Darrell Williams finished at running back 57 last year, 144 rush attempts, 558 yards, 6 touchdowns, 44 receptions, 53 targets, 422 yards through the air, and 2 touchdowns through the air. Thoughts on Darrell Williams?
I think those numbers look pretty good for him this year. You might see a slight uptick because it's not a three-headed monster in Arizona running the ball. It's going to be mainly Connor and Williams. So you might see a slight uptick. I could see him pushing, in top end of running back 4 type position, but I don't see him finishing inside the 36 by any stretch. He's a guy who he can pass protect. Obviously, he's very adept to receiving the ball out of the backfield coming out of Kansas City and playing with Mahomes. So I think that there's going to be some things that naturally translate from his time in Kansas City over to Arizona. But I do think that as it stands right now, this is a clear A and B situation. This is not a 1A and 2A. So I'm keeping an eye on him, maybe late in drafts, depending on how deep your rosters are, something like that. But I'm not actively searching him out. I think we can find secondary running backs who are in a better position.
So I think what's important about this is that, again, new face on a new team. We got to figure out how they want to use him, and the fact that he can, receive out of the backfield. And, does possess decent running ability with showing that he can take, 150 carries and take some of that load off of, your main guy. I like that he can catch. I like that he, in my mind, James Conner is like the first and second down back. And this may not be how they do it. They may do series on, series off type situation with these two. Or 2 series on and a series off for Connor, because they are both versatile backs that can play, 3 downs. Darrell Williams, it really all depends on how Arizona plans on using him. For that reason, I'm a little more, standoffish. I'm not so bullish on taking him when it comes to draft time, but definitely somebody that, I don't know that you could consider him a handcuff because I do think he has some standalone value, but definitely a guy that if you do end up getting James Conner, probably wouldn't hurt to be able to stash him away too.
Yeah, in my mind, he's a handcuff. That's where I'm viewing him at, and that's how I'm going to proceed with this one. He's running back 58 off the board, 177th overall draft pick. So that's putting him very late into drafts. If I've got James Conner and I'm picking him up, I'm going to spend that late round capital picking up Darrell Williams. If I don't have James Conner, I'm going to let him slide on by there.